All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Harvey. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down. Back to throw, Harvey. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. For Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers out of the backfield. This is Aaron Jones. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You got 3 down.
The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. draw. Here's Williams. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. A give to Barkley out of the gun. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Rodgers now on first down. Got his man. It's Williams.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, the throw taken in by Cole. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Rodgers now, going to throw again. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw on 2nd down. Harvey. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and 2, Harvey. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. From the gun, Harvey is going to fire one deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he is all the way up past the 25.
You see me out here?
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot, and this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
Interception. Come on, guys.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. He gets away from one. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Harvey going deep here for Stim, and that's caught inside the 35. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Harvey. And Stills bringing it in. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. And that'll be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Harvey. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. To throw on third down. Harvey. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Nice pick, nice pick.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range. You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes. It's what you call a rookie mistake. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score. Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal. And I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. So a very... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And then tomorrow night on Monday night, more Birds with the Ravens involved in that one. Sadly not taking on the Cardinals or Falcons, though. Instead, they'll match up with the Rams in L.A. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw is Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's complete to Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tano Passigno. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the gun, Harvey. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Zadarius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On 3rd down, Barkley. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better. offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Harvey. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Harvey. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Throwing on 3rd and long, Harvey. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
At the 49ers, 30-yard line. Single slot.
Rodgers again now. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And again, it's Rodgers. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Well, this is caught by Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Dexter Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Packers have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, Speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Harvey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Harvey out to his left. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Barkley will try to punch it in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final minute, and once again the 49ers are back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. The Jaguars able to come away with a victory there. Danny Amendola, 2 touchdown catches to lead the way. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Curse. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Back to throw, Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One final try now for Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Niners, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4.